Welcome to another Mahle Matula video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do like and subscribe. It does cost you nothing, but it does wonders for me. It helps me get these videos to as many people as possible. So let me just get straight into it. I know by the title you're like voting for yourself, Njani. We're not in politics. We don't have a political party, But this is a lesson I learned, and I remember it every time I actually like all my Instagram posts, because I am that person. You may call it vain, whatever. I like each and every Instagram post, like everything. So I do that because I had an experience where I felt like I had to vote for myself to show that I am more than capable and I believe in myself, and therefore I support what I put out there. Does that make sense? Okay, let me tell you the story. So in 2014 at TUT, I was part of the residence committee of my res, and the students in the residence would vote for the people to be in office, but not necessarily what positions those people should hold. And what happens is the people voted for, whatever 12 or 15, you guys go into a room and people basically kind of like pitch themselves, and then amongst yourselves, then you choose who's suitable for what position. So president of the residence, deputy, arts and culture portfolio, mentorship and discipline and, all those kind of stuff. And my residence manager at the time didn't do that with us. So instead of like letting us pitch and say, okay, I want to be this, I want to hold this portfolio, she wrote them down for us and said, okay, when you get into that room and you have to vote, this is how you should vote. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't want what she's giving me. Like, I really don't. I could do a better job somewhere else. And I knew where I wanted to be. And it was such a strange thing. When we got to that meeting, I remember, it's not the dean, but someone in the department of, student accommodation was like, I've heard this is what residence managers are doing. It's not supposed to be like that. You guys need to vote for who you want in these portfolios. And I remember sitting there and thinking, I want to vote for myself. I believe I can do such a great job in this portfolio of, I think I was deputy, residence, whatever. But it wasn't like the president, it was deputy. I didn't want to be the president because I didn't have time. I knew that I was not going to fulfill that role really well. But I wanted to be the deputy because I felt like I had all the leadership skills and so forth. And I truly believe that I could execute that role to the best of my ability. But now I'm sitting there with the dilemma of, do I vote according to what we have been told, or do I vote according to what I believe I am capable of? And I remember sitting there and debating with myself. I'm like, no, do what people tell you to do. I must, follow what I've been told and, be a good girl, be a, sign of humbleness and whatnot. But I decided to vote for myself. I remember sitting there thinking, I can do this job. I'm more than capable. I want to vote for myself. So even if everybody else doesn't vote for me and they continue with how we were taught and what we're told to do, I believe in myself that I can do this role. I can execute it like kakuhle, I'm more than capable of doing this. You are not going to tell me what I can and what I cannot do. I truly believe that self-awareness is one of the most important things ever. And I voted for myself for the position that I wanted. And for me, that was such a huge statement. I might not be able to execute it now in this video, but for me, that was the first time I stood up for myself. That was the first time I believed in myself, truly. That was the first time I put action towards my words and my beliefs, where I was like, okay, I can do this, and actually physically get up and do something about it, irrespective of how everybody else was going to see me afterwards. Because afterwards, we'd had to go back and report and what happened and whatnot, and the votes were going to be announced immediately after voting. So that was by far the first time I took a leap, and I was just like, girl, why am I letting somebody else determine what I'm able to do and what I'm not able to do? If I don't believe in myself, if I don't believe that I can do this job, why would anybody else vote for me to do this job, you know? And there wasn't even time to like pitch and whatnot. So you're all sitting there, you're not sure how it's gonna go. You don't know if everyone's gonna stick to what we're told, or you don't know if people are actually gonna vote the way they feel and know is the best way. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm gonna get so much backlash for this and so forth. But I decided to vote for myself the day. The results come back, and it was a 50-50 split, legit, where 50% of the people had voted for the person the res manager said should be in that position, and 50% of the people had voted for me. Strange. Nobody said anything, nobody pitched to anybody. We were just told that vote how you want to vote, not what you're told. And 50% of people voted like how we were told, and 50% voted for the person they believed deserved that position, which was me. And there was one vote left. So that one vote would determine, basically, do I get this position or do I not get this position? And that one vote voted for me. If I did not vote for myself, I would not have gotten that position. Like, for me, that was like, that for me was the moment I decided, if I believe I can do something, if I believe I can execute something, I will not let anybody else tell me otherwise. And I would rather fail trying to do it and excel at a later stage than not give myself the opportunity. There's a difference when people don't give you the opportunity, and there's a difference when you don't take the opportunity in front of you, or give yourself or make the opportunity for yourself. So basically, the gist of this video is vote for yourself. You know, be that person who endorses yourself. Be that person who likes your first Instagram post because you're proud and you believe in what you've posted. I endorse this. This is mine. You know, I don't know. You might call it vain. You might call it whatever. But since that day, I truly believe in voting for myself. When I believe I can do something, execute it, or I can learn as I go along, whatever you want to call it. But if I 100% believe that I'm more than capable than what people are telling me I'm capable of, or people are projecting on me, I vote for myself. Because of that one vote, I got the position that I needed. And I truly believe that is my vote. Because if I'd voted otherwise, I would have swayed. But because I voted for myself, I believed in myself, I got the position and I executed it to the best of my ability. Also, not just to prove it to other people, but to prove it to myself that if I believe I can do something, I will do it, and I will do it to the best of my ability. I'll do everything that I do in excellence, you know? So yeah, that's what I mean by please do vote for yourself. That is the end of this video. I haven't done a video where I sit down in a while. I've been doing a lot of vlogs, so please check those out. And yeah, happy holiday, guys. I'll post some more content. I'm going to the Eastern Cape to see my gran and the rest of my family. I'm not going to Cape Town, so look out for that content. But for now, bye.